und dann werden wir das Ganze hier starten. Natürlich wird das Ganze auf Englisch sein. Ich weiß nur zwischen euch und mir, dass Sharon auch sehr, sehr gut Deutsch spricht. Aber ich glaube, sie traut sich immer nicht, dann wirklich ein Interview auf Deutsch zu machen. Und nachdem sehr viele Fans aus dem Ausland auch dabei sein werden, denke ich, dass das Beste ist, dass wir das für meine Verhältnisse im besten Grundschulenglisch machen. Und Sharon ist ja über alle Zweifel erhaben. Oh, das ist irgendwas Arabisches, das kann ich gar nicht lesen. Da tue ich mir ein bisschen schwer. Okay, macht nichts. Jawohl, sehr schön. Ich glaube, es geht gleich los. Einen Moment. Hier eine Dame hinzu. Und wir warten auf Sharon den Adel.
Hey, come on!
Hey, 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 hey. Oh, no, you don't. You don't.
Yes.
Oh. God.
It's
Okay.
fine. I have to adapt my. I was like, I'm not here.
Okay, just to be fair. Okay, there's.
That's
I
what
had
you're
to.
saying. You said you're gonna bring wine.
Yeah, I couldn't because I have to drive, and otherwise, if the police is watching,
Okay.
I'm gonna be in real trouble. Well, thank you very much, Sharon, for joining us.
Yes.
On a Friday night, which is really nice.
Well, I'll tell you, I've been doing this a whole day already. So. But I'm, no, this is the first wine I'm having. I'm gonna enjoy this.
Oh, that's gonna be a long night then. Oh dear Lord.
Yeah, Hydra picture behind you. Wow.
Yeah, I thought it's all about product placement, and since whenever you put Rock Antenne into the picture, it's always mirrored, so it doesn't really help.
Where's my T-shirt, Thomas?
No, I'm sorry. I mean, I have to make commercials for my brand, not for your brand.
Yes,
we're talking about
I have to do the same for you.
Oh, I send you one.
Yes,
You
I want
got
a
it.
girly. I want a girly. Size medium.
What medium? Are you sure?
Yes.
No, it was a
Very
joke.
sure. I won't go into details, but yes.
Sharon, how are you holding up in those times?
I'm really doing well. It's trying to keep my routine, which makes it more easy to survive this insanity that we're in. Yeah. And of course, I have a garden, so I'm very lucky. So, and even with quarantine, I was able to go outside and it was beautiful weather. So I was, I wasn't that, I was one of the lucky ones, I guess. Everyone who had an apartment, I felt very sorry for, because that's the real, that's heavy if it's nice weather and you're not allowed to go outside. So I was doing my normal routine, and we just of course recorded a new single, and just had to do a lot around that, of course. Yeah. And besides it was also like, I felt like, okay, I'm afraid for the corona kilos coming on, so I felt like, let's make a workout.
I saw those videos. Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah. And what I did was just search for songs that I really liked, and eventually I said, I'm going to share this playlist, on all the platforms, and made it a very nice. Gave the name very appropriate. The Corona Quarantine Sweat It Out Workout. I'm still doing that. So it's those kind of things are fun.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
I was wondering, because in those times of lockdown, I mean, you're a person, you're touring a lot, you're very much away from your family during the year. Mm-hmm. So I was wondering if you would actually embrace the time being home, or if you go like, just between you and me, let's go out and tour again.
Well,
please.
It's different every day, Depends on their mood and my mood, of course. Yeah. I think it goes like this everywhere, Sometimes it goes well, and sometimes you want to kill each other. I never said that, by the way.
No, I never mentioned to Robert. No. That's okay.
No, it's the whole family dynamics is different, you know. You were with 5 people in the house, like, oh my God, it's a crowd.
Well, yeah, but you used your time wisely, and
Yes.
you did a new single.
Yes.
Now, before that, I have to tell you that I'm majorly disappointed that I'm not freak enough for you to be in your new video. I mean, what, you know?
You, who did you want to be? Did you want to be the penguin?
Just choose a character.
Next time, I'll think of you. Don't worry.
Now, how did you get the idea to entertain you? Of all ideas.
You mean for the video or?
For for the intention of the song, yeah.
Well, it's you know, the problem that the thing I find a lot of times very difficult about our society, and I think is that when there's a lot of lack of respect, and I think there's on different levels you can see society is very much always changing. Yeah. And I feel the society is changing even worse than it already was at certain points. You know, the song is about the lack of respect, and for me, first of all, it was written from the perspective of certain groups in our society that always get picked on, and I wanted to, you know, when I read stories like, for instance, there's this guy who died 2 weeks ago, Said, his name was. He was from a Moroccan background, yeah, and he was a Dutch guy, very close to one of the cities that I live. And he died by epileptic seizure, and he got epileptic after he was attacked when he was 16, and he was attacked many times in his life because he was gay. And these seizures were so heavy he could die from it, and he did die like 2 weeks ago. Yeah. And it was because of the fact he was beat up so many times, and it became worse and everything. So the thing is, when I read a story like that, I just choke. I think I can't wrap my head around the fact that we are so hateful, so not understanding about people who are different, who don't choose to be different, but just are. Yeah. And it's just an example of many examples. It could be a kid being picked on school. It could be a girl. It could be a boy. It could be anything, you know, and or for any reason. But because I just want to give my emotions, my frustration, a voice, and I do that by singing and making music, and that's what we did with this song. So this, for me, is about that. But you can see this, of course, in different levels. I think also this now becomes a little bit vague, probably for a lot of people, but you can interpret it in the perspective that I said, that you don't respect people because they're different, but also I think society is changing a lot, and you see, for instance, presidents of big countries and even small countries all over the world acting not wise. They're not giving us the good example like so many others. They should be giving us the good example, like, okay, if they don't do the right thing, a lot of people in their country will think, oh, that's the new normal. Let's be an asshole or be disrespectful to certain groups or to certain people. I think if a president can't be nice towards a journalist and give him a normal answer to genuine questions and say it's fake news, or countries where, you know, they're trying to infiltrate countries with fake news, so we will get more agitated in Europe about each other, over how we see each other and how trying to divide countries and stuff like that. Those kind of things that agitate me, that makes me angry. And
dumb people.
Yeah, it's a bit vague now, I know. But the thing is that's what this song is about. It's about injustice, about no respect for other people, and trying to make the situation us against versus them.
How could you actually do the video with all the actors? Because right now, and I still think at the moment, it's pretty hard to get a group of people together working.
Well, this was all before the coronavirus happened. We were just done like a week before. All right. Like a week before, we were like, okay, what's happening? And everything just blew up in our face, like, okay, this is crazy. And so it's we were luckily, the biggest part of the video was already there. And only the band members were still needed to be filmed. So in their gardens, in the kitchen, they were filmed by somebody they knew, and was sent to the art director. So yeah, this was a bit crazy. It was, yeah.
That video and that single, they were supposed to like go along with the tour, right? Sort of
Yes.
like a present. Yeah. I saw you scheduled the tour for September.
Yeah, we rescheduled it now for September. That's true. Yeah, hopefully it will happen. It's going to be difficult, but still.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to be there in Munich in September 22nd. But you know, I believe, obviously, but I believe, you know, I believe in you playing there, but I don't believe in 6,000 people being in a venue for 6,000 people. That's what I think is really
this
tricky.
Year maybe it might be too early, but I think they say they need 1 year, 1.5 years, 2 years maybe to fix this from the moment it started. And you know, everybody has been working on this vaccine and medication for against this virus for a long time already. So it could just happen that it will be next year. But if our tour is not going to happen this year, we're going to postpone to next year, September. We're looking into that already, because we have to, of course, also think ahead. If we don't, and it doesn't, it's not possible to play in September, all the other bands who want to play as well are filling up all these venues in front of us. So we're thinking ahead, we're planning ahead, you know. So if we're gonna, if not gonna play this September, it will be next year, September. And hopefully there will be something to protect us all, and so we can all be like sweaty people together in a venue again. Yeah.
Oh, come on, you never sweat. You told me.
No, us girls never sweat. First word.
But next year is actually a big year for Within Temptation, because as far as I know, it's the 25th year anniversary.
Yeah, it is. But you know, we are a band that doesn't look back yet. I think when you do that, for us, when we're going to do that, it's going to be like when we're, you know, going to say, we're going to stop with the band, and then we're going to look back. Okay, we're going to do Mother Earth tour maybe, or the Science Force tour, an Unforgiving tour, the Unforgiving tour, especially for you, Thomas Moser. And so we're going to do those kind of things. But I think at this moment, I just want to write new music. I'm not done yet writing, and I'm just still want to develop. And as long as I still have the idea that I can write a better song than I already did, you know, hoping for that, then there's a future for us, I think. And we still have something to say. We want to say so much, you know. If anybody's listening, I don't know, but
there are quite a few.
Until the time we're having fun, you know.
Now there's bands such as Motorhead, Slayer, Bad Religion, the Ramones, AC/DC.
Yeah.
They do one record.
Name a few.
They do one record and they do it 10 times. And then there's and then there's Within Temptation.
Yes. Sorry.
And you never stop. I don't know what the urge is in you, but I think you never stop trying to expand, to develop, to reach out for something new. Why?
Because we find it boring to, you know, for us it's boring. For other people it's you know, but for us it's boring to do, to not try to develop to something new. We want to sound like a band of 2020, Thomas, not like 2004 or
I am so sorry. I like 2004.
Which is good in some cases, you know. Some bands you mentioned, they're still amazing, and they will always be amazing because they know how to do sound new and same time still do the same thing. But for other sounds, we can't do that. We just don't feel good. Doesn't feel good for us. Yeah.
Where did you get? But you know, like Entertain You, we talked about that. Is slightly different from the rest of your material. It is Within Temptation, no doubt about that. It's just a new approach.
Yeah.
But how do you find the new approach, for heaven's sakes, all the time? That's what I don't understand. You know, it's like, do you have outside influences? Do you go like, no, let's try this one. You know, did you hear anything new that you were excited about?
Well, you know, like for instance, me working on this playlist, like I said before, for this workout, I came across a lot of new bands that I never heard of. And I think always when I hear something new, it inspires me. It makes me think again about music in a different way. It's like, oh yeah, I didn't think of this one, of this direction, or this combination of styles together in one song, or a certain production, or it just constantly makes you revalue, how do you say it?
Reevaluate.
Music in a different way again, and also your own music. So it brings you new ideas, it inspires you, and it's I'm glad there's a lot of things happening at the moment in metal also, and also in hard rock, where there are bands who are experimenting, like Bring Me the Horizon, for instance, which I think is an amazing band. They have one of these songs that I love so much. It's called Sugar, Honey, Ice and Tea. That's my favorite.
I love that too.
Yeah, me too. Did you know the first letters? Do you know what it says?
No.
It says shit.
Listen
to the lyrics, baby.
Yeah.
So you're so full of sugar, honey, ice and tea. You're so full of shit, it means.
Oh shit, right. Now I get it. God damn it. I'm so dumb sometimes. Yeah.
No, but I was like, wow, how amazing that is lyrically also. But also the lines are very good. So it made me also think like, oh, this is really creative how they did that. So those kind of things always start, going into my brain. It doesn't let go. It's like, oh, yeah, interesting.
Sugar, honey, I said, yeah, right. God damn it. I should have known that. But you know what? There's something else. Not only are you the singer, the songwriter, and the creator, and everything around Within Temptation, but you, as far as I know, you're also the CEO of your own record company, you know?
Yeah, but that's not very interesting. It's more like...
But it's business.
Yeah, but business is boring. You know, I just want to make music.
Why did you do it then?
Well, it's more like sometimes you come to the conclusion that we wanted to actually release a new song very quickly. And sometimes record companies find it difficult to change. They want to do it. They wanted to go along with the idea from, okay, you've written a song, you want to release it as soon as possible, but there's not going to be an album.
Yeah.
A record company finds it very difficult, and they're very their organization isn't working like that, so it's very difficult to change for them that rapidly. Some record companies already do, but you know, but some don't, and then it's difficult. And we felt, okay, then we have to separate our ways, and we then did it in a very friendly way. We still have contact, so it's just the way that it is, and unfortunately. But, you know, we're just pioneering. We're just trying how this works for us, because there are other bands who have done this before, especially in the dance music and in R&B, and I mean, with urban music. And you see a lot of things happening like this. And for us, it's for us as a band, as who we are and what kind of music we're making, for us, very new. So we're just pioneering and see how it works. Maybe we'll find, you know, start searching for another record company eventually. At this moment,
no, hang on.
We're just having a lot of fun.
Hang on, but you know, if you own your own record company, and you know I'm an outstanding singer, you know, by all means, whatever. What do I have to do to get a record contract for Within Temptation Records?
You mean if you want to be signed by us?
Yeah.
Well, at this moment we don't have any people available to.
Blah blah blah.
No, we're not thinking of signing other bands yet. So first of all, we're going to try to find our own way and path how to do this in a correct way.
Let's go back to songwriting, because there's some interesting stuff. Usually, as far as I know, I think it still holds true that you write songs together with Robert most of the time, right?
No. Not anymore.
I'll take that
back. We did
back.
Enter and Mother Earth together, and after that we decided we would break up if we would ever have to make a record again together in one room. No, and he agrees. I'm not bad, and I'm not talking bad about Robert at all. But it's mostly that I didn't realize it at the time, but it's very hard to work with me, apparently. Anyway.
I cannot say anything more.
No. I'm just joking, but it's more like if you're in a relationship with each other. I don't know. Have you ever worked with your wife, for instance? Let's keep it.
I'm gonna tell you something right now, which is exclusive.
With a few hundred people.
No, seriously. I got 2 weeks of holidays now, and we decided to paint the apartment.
Oh God.
Now after that, I'm probably gonna get a divorce.
Yes, I think so.
Most likely already on Monday. But we function fine. We do well together, you know. We love, but you know, this is what's gonna happen. And so I hear you. I understand you totally.
Yeah, that's what it is. And if you have to do this on, if she would work at your radio station, and you had to be in one room, and together you have to decide on what songs to play and what to say and what kind of to present yourself, you're gonna fight each other, you know. So,
no, that's not true, because it's very easy, because I'm the head of music.
Yeah, okay. But if you weren't, you had to share the same time with each other.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I hear you. I understand that.
So what we do now is we divide each other, and we throw at each other, not really, but on the internet, like, okay, here through email, here's my song or my ideas, here's my lyrics, and he sends me back what he think that I should do with it, and also how he would do it, and also his ideas come my way, and we don't do that together, because it just doesn't work. You know, it's 2 captains on one ship. It's madness. So I work a lot with the keyboard player. I've written a lot of songs with him in the past. And also with other people. So, and Robert also, he writes on his own, and so we're divided. So, and but strangely enough, if we
surprising how much Resist sounds like, you know, like it was written by one single person. Seriously.
Yeah.
And it's still an outstanding record, I think. I think, you know, I could live with that for a little while longer. As for me personally, you don't have to move on so fast with you.
Okay.
I can still dwell on Resist a little. So
yeah, well, that's a good thing, you know, because it will take us a little time to write a new song and to release that again, as like we did this one.
Yeah.
So you all have to hold on to this one and be taking care of that a little bit more, and the previous album. But as soon as we have something good, we'll turn up again and say, hi, we're back again. Hi, Thomas. And I'll tell you again, please tell me what you think of the song, Thomas. Be kind to me.
I know I was hard on you for entertaining you, but it sounded really different. And I'm kind of a conservative guy and older than you are, so you know, I don't. So I don't have to have a hip hop guy replacing the guitar solo. I'll take the solo.
Okay. Great.
Whatever this means to you.
I'll think about it.
Now we do have you twittered. Yeah, right. Oh, hang on, you're frozen. Why are you frozen? I'm not frozen. Sharon, can you hear me? There was too much laughing, so she's gone out. All right, now see if she can reconnect. Sure. I'm out. Okay. Let's see if I can go in again. No. Okay, no. Maybe you send me another request for joining the conversation, if you don't have enough already. Okay, Kinder, ihr seht, es ist gerade Pause. Sharon ist aus der Leitung gefallen. Deswegen werden wir versuchen, jetzt nochmal zu reconnecten. Einen Moment. Nee, noch nicht. Okay. Da warten wir noch weiter. Aber bisher war sie eigentlich ganz launig. Und Sharon hat tatsächlich Wein eingeschenkt. Und ich habe mich nicht getraut, einen mitzunehmen, weil wir vorher gesagt haben, okay, sie hat gesagt, wir machen es professionell ohne Wein. Okay. Yeah, Sharon will be back, hopefully, in a minute. Let's see if there's another. Okay. No. Okay. Ah, there you go. So, Leute, jetzt warten wir nochmal, ob Frau den Adel dann nochmal Zeit für uns hat. Die Verbindung wird hergestellt. Es sieht gut aus. Oh, there you are. Back again.
My telephone gets overheated sometimes, and I'm so afraid it's gonna happen again.
We're gonna hang on. We're gonna stay close.
Yeah. Oh, where we go? Where am I? This is the wrong direction. Oh,
No,
sorry.
this
Oh,
is your. It was your not clean studio. Nice one, Sharon. We actually did get a couple of questions from fans.
Yes.
Because you tweeted that the people can send in their questions, and we're gonna try to answer them. And there's one question. There's one question that I would actually would have asked you as well, because you know we've known each other what 15, 16, 17 years plus, but there's one thing I don't. There's one thing I don't know, and I think it's a lady that asked the same. And it's a simple question. What is, besides me asking dumb questions, what is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear?
Yeah.
Well, well, when I go on stage, I know you know this, you do know this. When I start a new tour, I'm always so nervous to be on stage, actually, for a big crowd. I died 1,000 times. And I'm so happy that I have one person in the band who always recognizes it when I do freak out, like 5 minutes before I have to go on stage. And that's Ruud, the guitar player. And he says, Sharon, what are you doing? Don't be crazy, because, you know, this is the thing that you love most. And I'm always afraid of, I don't know, I'm maybe a perfectionist in a way. And I'm afraid to make mistakes, or that I just will black out or something like stupid like that. So I have stage fright, and especially, but even more so than shows, it's more even worse when I have to do, for instance, a radio show and play live, for instance. And I know it's going to be broadcast immediately or a TV show, because I know if I don't do it right, everybody's going to talk how shit it was. Well, I know I can do better, but then I'm so I just black out. I just don't know what to sing anymore, or I just forget everything I wanted to say. It's really strange what stress does with you. So those kind of things are very, I never hope it happens, but it sometimes happens.
At which show, like the first, second, or third, do you lose this nervousness?
I lose it after 2 shows, 3 shows, when I do 3 shows in a row. But every time I have to start again, like after a few days when you have a break, every time when I had a break for a week or 2, it starts over again. I have to do it again. It starts, but the more I perform, the easier it gets for me. I get less nervous. But it is heavy, because you have no idea. I sweat like and our heartbeat goes like crazy, and you know, it's not good for a person to have this stress. But on the other hand, I love it. This is one thing I want to do all my life. Music is my life, so I should get over it. But somehow it also gives me that kick to my butt, that I go on stage like, I want to do this, you know. It gives me also the bite. So I need it also. So in a way, it's something I need, and at the same time I fear it very much.
I can understand.
Do you still understand?
Yeah. Yeah. There's another question that is very direct, but I want to put it in a different way, because all of the bands, it doesn't matter who they're suffering, you know, because they cannot tour. There's no way to really make money. Is there a point in time for Within Temptation where you would actually say, okay, we cannot do this anymore, we got to do something else within the Corona situation?
Like, in what kind? You mean like never play again, or what do you mean?
Financially, you know, where you say like, I can't do this. I need to go and have a job, for God's sakes. You know, like a different one, or
Oh,
the
this one.
crew, the musicians, and you know, is there a point in time where you say like, okay, this is it, folks. We cannot do this anymore. We cannot be within temptation because Corona killed us.
Yeah. Well, there will, you know, as long as we know it's going to be. No, at this point, I don't think so. Not for no. You
Okay.
know, there's always a way to support. Yeah, we have we can manage for a certain time, so we're not worried about that. But the thing is, our crew, of course, who are working for so many people, not just us, but
Yeah.
for them it's way worse, and they might have to find a different job or do something different because they can't wait maybe a year or two, or how long it's going to take. So, but no, but you know, at this point, I'm not worried at all. I think it's going to be happening next year. So next year that we're going to be playing again, hopefully. If it's festivals or something, I'm just a very positive person.
Oh, really?
Yes, I don't want to think about it.
I never figured that out, that you're a positive person. Do you think, you know, hopefully the tour is going to happen in September. If it's not going to happen, do you think there's going to be a new full record coming out before you go back in 2021?
Oh, that's a lot of guessing, you know, because I don't know how long it's going to take, and maybe if it's there's no other way, if it's going to take years for this to be solved, which I really don't hope. Oh, that's so depressing. Come on, don't you have any more happier questions for me?
What's your favorite color? No.
Turquoise, you should know that.
What, you know, those are kind of depressing times, to be honest. You know, we never had it in our lifetime, I guess. So
yeah, that's true. But still, I'm taking every day with it, every day that comes. And I try, like I said, I try to keep routine of everything that I do, so I won't go crazy. And you know, someone asked me also like, oh, don't you miss touring? Everything? Of course, I miss it, like everyone else. But on the other hand, the positive thing is I can work on new music, and I think that's positive also. So I try to make a negative thing a doorway to something that is positive. So I can't do this. What can I do? Okay, I can do this. There's another option of what I do, and just try to make it positive again. You know, I'm very pragmatic. I'm always trying to think in solutions, where some people always think in problems. I'm always like, for me, the glass is always half full instead of empty. That can be very tiring to some people, I know, but it helps me get through the day and through this whole situation. And I hope this positivity will have effect also on some other people around me. I try to influence people in a positive way.
Nice. Those are already like the best last words you can actually get for something like that.
No, not best last words. We're only here for a half hour. Eh? At least I'm stay here for another half hour before we get kicked out by Instagram, of course.
Nah, but you know how it always ends. You know, we do some official part, and then we talk 3 hours about private stuff. It's always the same.
Oh really? Oh, I didn't know. I never reevaluated it.
Well, have you been to the hairdresser yet, like I did?
Oh, I love your hair! Amazing. Yes, I did, because I really had a corona quarantine hair, but now I've cut it. I've cut it really short. Yeah, especially with this warm weather. I wanted to have the same kind of hairdo that I had on the picture with red hair, but yeah, I didn't go for the color this time. But for the same length, do something new.
Oh, wait a minute. We have to go back to the Evanescence Within Temptation tour for a second. Okay. Did you come up with like a totally new stage set, or do you go back and take bits and pieces of what you've done with the Resist tour?
No. We've done such an extensive tour with Resist. We've been everywhere with that stage show. So we want to do something really different. We had a really amazing set list also. taking songs that we hadn't played for a long time. Also, some songs that we have been playing, of course, but a lot of them also for at least a third or fourth. Songs that we hadn't played for a long time, and I think it would have been surprising to a lot of people, and maybe, you know, and I was really looking forward to playing them also again.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, it's a bummer that we can't yet, but you know, eventually we will. So, but we made a new stage setup. We did all kinds of things. It's going to be mind-blowing, actually, because I know that Evanescence was like, okay, you've got flames, and we need bigger flames. So we're going to be having more flames than you. Like, so we were joking about that constantly, which was really, yeah, she has a really good sense of humor. I love it. So, and yeah, that was funny. And so we're going to make both of us are going to make an amazing setup for this tour. And I can only imagine that if you like both bands and playing on the same day in the same venue together, you know, like making this amazing experience for everyone, it's going to be mind-blowing for a lot of people, hopefully. And that's our aim anyway.
Do you guys like throw a coin, whoever goes on last every evening?
No. We try to get in the middle. You get so many shows and we get the same amount of shows. That's only fair.
I had to ask you that. I'm sorry.
Did you ask her last week? Because I totally had all kinds of interviews myself, so I wasn't able to watch you guys. But what did you ask Amy?
I didn't do the interview.
No, you didn't?
No, I didn't, because I talked to her twice. I met her in previous years because she was playing festivals over here, and we talked and we got along well. So she's a kind of a Southern girl, and I lived there, so I was gay. But I had one colleague, and she would have literally killed for this interview.
Oh, okay.
So I said, yeah. So I said, pass me the €10, and it's all yours. It's all good.
10 years only. Wow, that was cheap.
Well, I didn't mind too much anyway. No, so I actually just watched bits and pieces of it, but I know that Emily is as eager as you are to do this tour. Yeah. And I think we're all, you know, you see that all the places are sold out. So there's a lot of people looking forward to this.
Yes, I think so too. I think it's like, I remember there was a tour in the past between I think it was Metallica and Megadeth. Mm-hmm. I was at that time not able to go, but I would have wanted to go very much. And I can imagine, you know, if you have two bands so close to each other, but with almost same kind of fans, you know, then that's going to be amazing. So I think it's a little bit like that. Of course, different bands, but yeah, something like that.
Come on, just between you and me, how strong really is the competition?
You know, I think there's, you know, competition is never a thing, because you can only be who you are, and people will like the band they like. Okay. And I think we have a lot of crossover, and I actually really looking forward to finally play with a girl also on stage. You know, being on tour together, because mostly I've been with bands that had mostly male guys only.
Oh, come on, you feel
it's nice to have girls on stage, you know, even, you know.
Well, yeah, what about Anneke van Giersbergen? And you did stuff with Tarja, and you have Delane, you know.
Yes, but the majority was always men. Really?
I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's a male-dominated thing here. Yeah, scene.
Very.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I just have a really good vibe with her, so I'm really looking forward to it. There's no competition, and I'm really looking forward to just.
You're such a good liar.
You ass. No, really. I'm really enjoying this. I'm really going to look forward to this, and I really can't wait to be on tour with her. Yeah. And that's the truth, Thomas Moser.
I know. As always, it is the truth. Yeah. And I mean, there must be, you achieved so much over those 24 years now that you guys been doing this.
Yes.
What are the goals that are still left for Within Temptation to achieve and to reach?
Well,
what is it that you haven't done yet?
The thing is that I don't always think about goals in that way. For me, it's more like what I find important is the best next song. For me, that there is no bigger high than writing an amazing song for yourself. You know, when I think it's an amazing song, when I love it, when I'm just like, oh, wow, have we done this? And that's the biggest high I can get. So I'm always hoping that I can write a better song than I did on the previous album. So I'm always hoping that I still have to write my best song yet. So, and as long as I do that, I challenge myself to be on top of the ball, on top of the game, trying to develop myself, trying to dig in my own soul to get ideas and everything. And do some soul searching every time, still things that I want to write about. So goals, I don't have goals like playing in Antarctica or something. I never wanted to go to Antarctica anyway. But anyway, it's just an example. But anyway, something that, so it's more like writing good music for myself. If I like it, I hope other people will like it. And I just want to write my best song yet. So, yeah.
I understand that, but is there never the dream that you go like, okay, Madison Square Garden, here we come?
It's cool, but it doesn't come close to writing music that you like. A venue is a venue, a festival is a festival. Of course, it's cool, but I would only be extra nervous when I would play there. No fun in that.
Oh man! Look, we gotta talk about Robert for a second.
Why?
Because there's a bunch of people called the Westerholts.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What is it with them musically? There's Robert, then there's his brother. He was within Temptation. Now he's got Delane. And they're all doing music very successfully. By all means.
Mm-hmm.
Why? How? What?
I know. Tough childhood. I don't know.
I need to find a bottle opener. Hang on.
No, maybe there's something in the water. They grew up in Spain for a big part.
In Spain?
Yeah, in Madrid. Right. He lived in Madrid for a certain time, for 5 years of his youth. And he was really young.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, if you don't know, then nobody knows.
No, exactly. It's just maybe it's because it's family. How far does the apple fall from the tree, right? Not far. Duh.
Yeah, I know. But, there's only very few people, that have, the brothers and, when you're related to each other, that become so successful musically. And they are one of them, by in their very own way, which I think is very interesting. So
yeah, it is interesting because I can't get to any names, but I think there must be, so like, for instance, John Lennon has a son.
Julian.
Julian, who also was in music and maybe not become as big or known as his father, but I think.
Well, you have the Gallagher brothers, obviously.
Of course, you have Gallagher, but one band also. Yeah, true. You're right. So there are examples, but it's not like there's a legion of examples. But
no.
I saw recently an article of what's her name again? Cyrus.
Say it again.
Miley Cyrus. She has a younger sister, also in music.
Oh,
also
dear
a
Lord.
singer. Yeah, so there's a lot of people.
She has a very popular dad.
Yeah, and she's popular dad. So you see, music family. Yeah, totally.
Cool. So what are you gonna do next now? Next song? Have you finished the next song already? I think you did. You just
No. We've only just started writing to play a few new songs during this tour, actually with Evanescence, and during the upcoming festivals.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've written a lot of songs, but only a few songs are we going to release as singles, and a few will be like fan releases more. And we're going to write a lot of more new stuff at the moment. So we don't have a lot there yet. We have a few songs that we like, but still our demo phase, It was more like we want to play at least one song or two songs bring something new to the table. While we've already done a tour last year, of course, extensively.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have something new for the fans and for ourselves to play at live, and that's what we did.
All right. I have no further questions anymore, Your Honor.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Well, then I go to my daily life, which is actually relax a little bit for a change. And I'm
How many interviews did you have today?
5.
Oh.
Which not that much, but I also had to clean up my mess in my studio. I'm in right now, but I didn't completely succeed because there's so much to do. And Robert's like, "You're gonna get out of my studio." I said, "Okay, okay, I have to do this." And so I made my setup here in my own, which is nice now, almost. You had to clean up as well, you said.
Just a little. But I just escaped from all the cleaning and you know.
Oh, right home.
No, I went to the office. Yeah. No, I cannot.
Okay.
It's okay because at home, you know, the internet is not safe at home because I have 2 kids that are constantly on the internet. So I thought for a stable connection, I better go back to the station.
Better be here, yeah, exactly. I can imagine. So, but how are you coping? I think your life is gone on normal, right? It was like going to the office every day, or did you work at home as well?
I had to work at home for a couple of weeks. And you know, after 20 years of going to concerts 2 or 3 times a week, not doing anything, I'm actually winding down quite well, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You don't really miss it yet?
No, I like the break. I still like the break.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm fortunate enough not to lose that much money, and there's other people who are struggling like hell.
Yeah,
you know, all the clubs, all the festivals, you just can buy so many T-shirts, you know, for the good cause.
No, to support everyone. Totally.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
And I haven't bought one of yours yet, but I will. So, but radio, you know, radio just continues. Radio is radio.
Yeah, that's good.
Goes on 24 hours.
I think it's a lifeline also for people. You know, it's something to listen to daily news and something to cheer them up.
Most definitely.
You're doing a good thing, Thomas Moser.
Yeah, we have.
You're happy self.
We have the status. All the people who work here, we have the status of being relevant to the system.
Yes. Yeah.
So whenever there was a lockdown, we could still move freely and go and buy beer if it was out.
Wow, that's very useful.
Yeah, at that time, yes, it was.
Yes, yeah, I can imagine. That there's a time that you needed it sometimes, to relax.
Well, I you know, as for myself, I found out that since I had the time, I was focusing more and listening more to music again, and I was putting on more vinyl again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But listen to new music or also a lot of old music?
Very, very much to old music.
Okay.
As I said, there is only a few. Well, you know, in the rock area, there's quite a lot going on. It's really good. Very,
oh,
very.
Yeah?
A lot
if you ever have some suggestions, can you DM me? Sorry, this is private, guys. Can you tell me if you find something that you really liked? And I'll send you some stuff over as well, because I have so many cool new bands that I discovered also.
No, it's okay. You don't need to promote them. I get 10 CDs a day on my table. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, I know, but it's not always good. It's yeah, of course. Yeah.
I can send you some good stuff, but it's nice. You can actually feel and realize how important music is in times like these. To get away, to escape, to make you feel good, and to make you feel better. Right. And that was very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. You get to
even your records.
Yeah, even my records. Oh, thank you, dear.
No, still, but I don't know. You know, you just, and a lot of people listen to the radio. And we did a song with Doro. We just.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw the announcement that you did. Yeah.
We made them to make a cover version, and it's like a solidarity song. You know, it's nothing new. but it's amazing how much people love this song.
Oh, cool.
And the best thing about it is that I had the idea.
Oh,
to do
really?
that song.
Wow.
Yeah, but you know, whatever.
We won't talk about that.
No, but still, this is very nice, and that gives you also a sense of hope, you know, that all is not lost, and not everybody's desperate and stuff. So I kind of like that. I like doing good in bad times.
Yeah. Well, it suits you. Cheers. Yeah, I saw that beer. It's the same beer that we started with. Don't be like, I'm drinking so much beer here.
It's the second one. I just went to the fridge.
It's alcohol-free, right? Alcohol-free, right?
Okay, hang on. This is 18 and over. I'll give you alcohol-free. Alcohol-free. Where's your wine, sweetie? Where's your wine?
My wine, it's empty. I'm only having the berries, and I fill it up every time because I forgot to put it on cold ice or in the freezer. In the fridge. So I put some ice fruit into it, which is really helpful. But it spoils the taste, of course, of the nice wine that I already had. But I'm going to take a little bit more. I'm still trying to find an alcohol-free white wine that I actually like. But then you get grape juice, right?
One more sentence like that, and I'm going to hang up.
I dare you. No. Well, I guess we are almost at the end of it because I think Instagram is gonna throw us off after 1 hour. So
we're not even. That is not even. We have 9 minutes left. Tell me.
9 minutes? Are you sure? Did you start really at 8 o'clock, Thomas Moser? Because if you started earlier,
I'm sorry.
Then we kicked out.
I'm German. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm always on time.
Oh, I'm Dutch. And everyone else is always on time except for me.
Okay, quick. Tell me your favorite TV shows that you've seen during the lockdown.
Ozark I liked. I'm actually looking at Tiger King now.
Oh, you do? What do you think about that?
Yes, I didn't want to watch it, but then eventually I got to see it. And now I'm watching this documentary about Epstein, which makes me really... And what else did I see? There's a lot. I liked the documentary about Lil Peep. This is I didn't discover him until he died. Actually, it was really pretty sad.
Yeah.
Really young guy, and there's a nice documentary about him, which I really enjoyed because I was curious about him, like Lil Peep.
Yeah, I know. What did you think about Tiger Kings?
Tiger Kings, crazy. And I thought, you know, there was now I understand. Well, I can't say this here.
You know what? I'll tell you something.
Better.
I'll tell you something.
Yeah,
Amy Lee, she's from that area. You asked her about that.
Yeah, I will.
She not really from this area, but from around there.
Yeah, so. But you know, it's like, how can it be that there's more wildlife at private people than there is actually wildlife in Africa? You know, where they're running free.
That's absolutely insane.
It's insane, yeah. And that there's no law. I can't imagine. For Europe, that's impossible.
Yeah. Well, you don't have any room anyway.
No, not really. And I don't like to have room for any big cats. I've got my small cats. Timmy. He's big enough for me.
All right, girl. I'm going to let you go then. And
yes, okay. Have a nice weekend, everyone.
Wine.
Yeah. You have a nice beer, alcohol-free, before you go home, or some water. And I'm just going to enjoy my evening at home, where I already was. We have to make an end picture. Come on.
How do you do that?
Yeah, well, I didn't get this idea for myself, but I was talking to Christina Scabia from Lacuna Coil. Yeah. And we did like this. But we can do something different.
Come up with something. What do you want to do?
Yeah, come on.
Hang on.
You have to make a picture.
No, come on. I'm sorry. Now wait.
Come on, do it.
Do I have to take the picture?
Yeah, because I can't. I have only one hand.
Well, how should I have to take the picture with? Oh, hang on. Oh, I took it. I took it. I got it. I'm gonna text it to you.
Okay, great.
Oh man,
Okay.
say hi to Robert and to the family. All right.
I will.
Good.
To your wife, your lovely wife.
Yeah.
And
I will.
have a nice evening at home and a nice weekend. And hope to see you soon. Speak to
Yeah,
you soon again.
I'll talk to you after the divorce. It's all good.
Yeah. Oh, poor guys. Yes. Okay.